And welcome to the Grant Center in Danville, Virginia, where we have a presentation of men's basketball here tonight featuring your Averett University Cougars and the Scots of Maryville. My name is Eddie Glenn, and I am joined by Brent Hammer. And Brent, how are you doing?
I'm doing well today. Had a good workout earlier, and get to go see some great basketball tonight.
Definitely, as a member of that very good Averett football team and very talented and deep wide receiver core, you're always working out, always on the move, always working to get better. And that's why, honestly, why you guys are so good and such a top contender as all of the Averett teams. Averett's men's basketball team so far, number 3 in USA Southeast Division with a 3-4 conference record. The men's basketball team got off to a slow start earlier this year, but Coach Dowino, as he always does, scheduled the guys a very hard pre-conference record so that once they get in the conference, it's a little bit more coasting.
Yeah, Eddie, that's always good as a coach. You know, warm your team up, get all those preseason jitters out of the way, face harder opponents, so then when you get to conference action, those foes that you face every single day, they're better prepared for that, because there's most of the time teams that you schedule will not be as good as you play in conference. So getting that confidence built in them that you steal a non-conference game from them and you'll be set for the season. And I think they found their groove now.
For sure, and you've got guys coming around like Vince Contreras, who's so good. He's averaging right around 14.5 points a game. Big Tim Henry, after a injury-ridden freshman and sophomore year, really coming around as well, averaging 12 points. He's added some post moves to his game, and he's averaging about 12 points a game as well. And Isaiah Jones coming in at about 8 points and 5 rebounds a game, really 6 rebounds a game. And he's got the most starts of the team. He's got 13 starts on the year. But, Brent, we're going to get the national anthem underway, and we'll get back with the starting 5 for each team. And we're back after the great playing of the national anthem. And as promised, we're going to get the starting 5 for each team. First with Maryville.
All right, for Maryville, we're going to have Caleb S., the senior guard out of Covington, Tennessee. Number 20, Dante Hoppa. Number 21, Calvin Songster. Number 22, Nick Clifton. And number 30, Emir Bowman, rounding out the starting 5 for Maryville.
And a seasoned starting 5 for Maryville, 4 seniors and just 1 freshman in that starting lineup, and that's why they're 3rd in the USAC West Division. But let's go over to the guys ranked number 3 in the East Division, and that's your Averett University Cougars. And starting us off will be number 3 at guard, sophomore Montre Cash. Number 12 is junior Big Tim Henry. Number 22, junior, he's a walking bucket, Vince Contreras. Number 35, he's got bunnies, jumps out the gym, sophomore Isaiah Jones. And number 40, big-time Raymond Bullock III, and he is also a sophomore. This Cougars team really getting their footing, as you mentioned earlier before the national anthem, really getting their footing, finding out who the big-time scorers are. And I was talking to Montre Cash earlier after class, and Cash was telling me either this game or next game against Covenant, he's going to have a big game. He's going to have 30, maybe 40 points. He's going to have a big-time game. Cash is a scorer, and he hasn't scored as much lately, just hadn't found his groove, but he's telling me he's feeling it.
Yeah, Eddie, and I think he's spot on right there. He's a walking bucket. He can turn it on at any time, and as he is a point guard, he's, used to setting up his teammates, and that's what you're supposed to do as a guard, but you cannot sleep on his shooting ability.
And Cash, his last name is not Cash just for laughs and giggles or just by incident. I mean, the man can make shots and make them at a very high rate, but as I mentioned, been kind of lower in the scoring category, but leads the team in 21 steals, also leads the team with 46 assists. So definitely getting it done in other ways, but here we go with the tip-off. Raymond Bullock will tip off against Bowman, and Maryville will win the tip-off. Maryville definitely playing around the perimeter so far. Not attacking down low, looking for an open three-point shot off the pass and run situation. Cougars playing man-to-man defense to open the game up. Vince Contreras playing great defense. Averett playing great defense. 4 seconds on the shot clock. 1 second, and shot made, three-pointer. That was Caleb Estes.
Eddie, that was a tough shot right there. Coming off of a screen with the clock winding down, keeping his composure. Great shot.
And that's one thing that Averett's going to have to get a hold of early.
They are going to have to close out.
Tim Henry misses, but Raymond Bullock right there with the rebound putback.
And Eddie with 2 trees down low for Averett. It's going to be hard for Maryville to get any offensive rebounds. So they're going to have to capitalize on all their shots.
And that was one thing Averett really missed last year, was a very highly effective big man. They did have big men, but now these guys are getting more experience. And we got 3 of them in the game right now, if you want to count Isaiah Jones. Late foul call there on Big Timothy Henry. Excuse me.
And Eddie, we were talking before the broadcast. Songster is a man you got to look to guard for Maryville, as he's just like Montre. He's a really good shooter, and if you give him a wide open look, he's gonna make you pay for it.
And you're right about that, averaging 15 points on the year, 49% from the field. And if he puts up 2 shots, he's almost guaranteed to make one of them. Great shot off the glass from Bowman there, but Songster, you can't give him wide open looks, can't give him good looks. You've got to smother him on defense if you're going to want him to miss. 5-2, Maryville with the early lead. Down low to Tim Henry. Finding Contreras outside. Contreras takes the screen. Driving the lane, he found Tim Henry, and a foul called. And one thing Vince Contreras is as good at, maybe even better at than James Contreras, is driving the lane and getting to the line.
Yeah, Eddie, James, great, one of the greats to ever play here, and becoming a Marine, and I know Vince is very proud of him, and that whole Contreras family is just really proud of both of their boys. And they definitely have a basketball family. Both brothers really successful.
Both brothers really, really good at basketball. And Vince Contreras looking to make his own statement and make it his own name here. Put his own name up in the rafters. Henry connects on 1 of 2. So ball in to Estes. Ball over to Songster. Songster spinning, shot, good, travel called. Scots, coached by head coach Randy Lambert in his 39th season, with Maryville. It is hard to get tenure like that as a coach.
And it is a very successful tenure, too. He wins a lot of games, and the
Cougars doing a good job off of the offensive turnover, and Tim Henry doing a good job down low, getting his own rebound and put back. And I didn't mean to cut you off there, but the Cougars had turned the ball over and then got it back and able to capitalize. Tied ball game at 5 apiece.
Yeah, Eddie, transition buckets are going to be a big key in this game.
Corner 3, passed up. Estes, good for 3 again. That's his second of the game.
Second 3 of the game as well.
Absolutely. Ball to Henry. Over to Contreras. Over to Bullock. Bullock finds Cash. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Looks like we're going to have Ian Best and Harrison Cochran checking into the game after the next dead ball. Cash step back 3. No good. You cannot depend on him to miss that shot, though, if you're Maryville. That is a in-rhythm step back three-pointer that Cash will hit if you give it to him too many times.
Montre, very active hands right there, showing you why he leads the team in steals there.
And just like we mentioned, Ian Best and Harrison Cochran checking into the game. Cochran has hit 13 three-pointers this year. He had the hot hand in a few games ago where he hit about 5 three-pointers. Ball to Ian Best. Ian Best, one of the better guards on this team. Ball down low to Henry. Holds it high, keeps it high, puts it in, and he's going to step to the line for one more.
Eddie, it's really good seeing Henry coming in, especially after those injury-riddled first 2 years, and seeing him coming into his own here and just dominating the game whenever he gets the ball.
And Caleb Estes picking up his second foul of the game within the first 4 minutes. So he's going to take a seat. You probably won't see him back into the game until 10 minutes to go, maybe even 5 minutes to go.
And Eddie, number 5, J.R. Sanders checking in for Maryville, the sophomore.
And I thought you were going to say J.R. Smith, number 5, J.R., and then thought you were going to say J.R. Smith, but luckily for us, J.R. Smith is not playing today.
Yeah, we might have our hands full if J.R. is playing.
Timeout called, full timeout. Tied up at 8 apiece, 15:56 to go. We'll be back right after this.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
And we're back, tied up at 8 apiece, 15:56 to go. Averett playing great defense so far and great offense. Averett playing trap basketball right now. Trap, the ball handler.
Coach Dorino putting the pressure on Maryville, making them to make a tough shot. Can't get it go. 2 misses. Gets the offensive rebound,
And you
driving
got
the lane.
Songster wide open, waving for the ball. He gets
3
his shot
misses.
and misses. Cougars playing great hustle defense, but cannot get a hold of the ball.
And Eddie Dorino putting the pressure on him straight out of the gate, forcing them to play sound basketball.
And with Ian Best in, if you see T.J. McAllister come into the game, great shot there, misses from Maryville. Ian Best with the rebound. But if you see T.J. McAllister come into the game, Shamgod action from Ian Best. Expect to see 2-3 defense being played. It's the best defense they play when T.J. McAllister and Ian Best are in the game at the same time. Ball down low to Isaiah Jones. Over to Contreras. Contreras crosses Songster. Ball off the glass and just skims across the rim. Contreras lost Songster at the three-point line there. Pull-up three from Bowman. No good. Contreras on the rebound.
Maryville's making a statement earlier about how they want to incorporate the long ball here.
Tim Henry, that is a very nice mid-range jumper right there.
Yeah, especially for a pure post scorer like Henry is. It's good to have a step-back game like that.
I was just about to say, you do not see many big men that are comfortable shooting anywhere from 8 to 12 feet away from the rim. They like to stay 8 feet in. Tim Henry showing he's got jumper skills there. Rebound opportunity knocked out of Ian Best's hand, but here's Contreras. Good
finish.
The Cougars doing a good job of playing good defense there. That's hustle defense.
Eddie, with the last two possessions, just swing the momentum completely in Averett's favor as they're now up 12-8.
The Cougars have dominated out of the timeout break. Cochran to Henry. Gonna drive the lane. That looked like it may have been a late call. Tim Henry's got 2 fouls now after that. I'm going to see Bryson Davis, T.J. McAllister, and Raymond Bullock all checking in.
And for Maryville, we have Keyshawn Lewis, number 2. Oh, excuse me. That is Emmanuel Garcia, number 2. 24, J.P. McGee.
J.P. McGee, what a name.
And then number 23 on the far side, Jordan Griswood.
Garcia for 3. Ball stolen again by Averett. And here's T.J. McAllister, a senior guard. Getting past his defender. He finds Raymond Bullock. Bobbled the pass. He gets fouled, puts it in the cup, and he's going to stand at the line and shoot one more.
That was really great transition offense there, led by McAllister. A little crossover at the top of the key.
Absolutely. Left his man stuck in cement. And that's what happens. That's the benefit of having a senior, especially at the guard position. T.J. McAllister is going to be smart with the ball. He's not going to take as many risks as some of your younger guards. He's not going to take crazy shots. He's going to get the ball where it needs to be.
And he's got that experience that's just invaluable to anybody on the team. Seniors are really a dime a dozen, especially nowadays. And it's just great to see a senior guard just take control whenever he steps on the court.
Pull-up jumper. Finally, the first shot in 3.5 minutes for Maryville, and it comes from Dante Hoppe. They could not take the lid off the rim out of the timeout break, and they finally get a shot. Ball in the corner to Harrison Cochran. He goes down low to Bullock.
And he's good pause right there.
That's great court awareness right there from Raymond Bullock, knowing that if the defender jumped, he could lean in and get the foul.
Could get the bucket as well, too. Gives them an opportunity to at least get an and one.
Exactly.
And Maryville definitely in foul trouble early. 4 fouls compared to Averett's 3. And before you know it, you're going to be in the bonus, and then you're going to give up free points every foul.
And to my surprise, Caleb Estes has come in, but I mean, Coach Lambert knows what he's doing. He's been here 39 years, so who am I to question his decision-making?
Exactly.
Definitely, Coach Lambert is something that coaches of all sports look to obtain. I mean, anybody that can stay at a school 39 years, I mean, you've got to be doing something right. He's doing everything right.
He's definitely a legend at that school.
As someone who wants to be a coach, if I could learn from somebody like Coach Lambert, that's something that's invaluable. Pull-up jumper, no good. That was from number 23, Jordan Griswood. Man, Best putting the ball on the court. Shot no good.
Man, Eddie, I'll tell you what, Ian Best is flying around this court. crashing the boards, which you don't see guards do very often.
Garcia trying another three-pointer. No good. Estes' floater is good.
Oh, and Eddie, as you were saying earlier, Estes coming in around the 10-minute mark at 11:45 currently. A little bit off of the prediction, but.
A little bit off, but. And Estes getting his hands busy there. And the refs, I mean, it was a foul, but it looked like they kind of waited to make the call. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the court as well. We'll be back. Averett with a 5-point lead here, 11:37 left in the first half. (17-12). Averett came out of the last timeout break firing on all cylinders. Let's see if they can do the same out of this one. They lead by 5. Just over 11 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Maryville in the black and orange uniforms. And Averett in the white on white. Maryville's uniforms, I like them.
I do. A lot of uni swag going on the court right now. That all white, you can't beat it.
You can never go wrong with all white. You can never go wrong with all black.
No. There's 2 colors on the color wheel that you can mix and match the combinations and they still look good.
Bryson Davis with the ball. Back to Cash. To Cochran. Cochran trying to go to Bullock.
Seemed to have rolled his ankle there, reaching for that steal, and you never want to see that no matter what. No matter who you're rooting for, you never want to see an ankle injury like that.
Absolutely, and we're going to take a break as he's attended to. And we are back.
J.P. McGee, the injured Scott, on the play.
And I hope that he can get back on the court as soon as possible. You know, like you said, you hate to see that. No matter what team you play for, you hate to see that happen to anybody. Nevertheless, 3-point game. Cougars have the ball and the lead. Ball into Montre Cash. Cash taking a screen. Over to McAllister, pull-up jumper. No good. That's a great rebound from Raymond Bullock.
His feet inbounds just.
Great hustle from Bryson Davis to stop the fast break.
And I'll tell you what, Averett definitely prides themselves on their defense.
A lot of teams play lackluster defense, get lazy on defense, but not Averett. They embrace it. Bullock, the pump fake in the corner.
Blocking foul called on number 30. That is Emir Bowman.
Songster and Hoppe check back in. I'm sorry.
Isaiah
Ball
Jones
to
backing
Isaiah
him
Jones.
down. Trying to get his post game going. Back out to Cochran. 3 blocked. Looking to keep it in bounds. Throw it off of a Scott maybe. Now Maryville in transition. Looking to slow it down here. Run some half court.
Smothering defense on Songster. That's great from Cash.
And a push off. They're going to call on Songster. That is pretty sure his second foul. Oops. Correction, first foul.
And Vince Contreras will check in for TJ McAllister.
Eddie, something to take note of here. Montre hasn't subbed out of the game yet. They're relying on his leadership here.
Great defense there from Bowman. Corner 3 from Estes. No good.
Songster for 3. You cannot leave him open. We talked about it in the broadcast. Any room he's going to splash it home.
And Songster wide open from anywhere is not a good situation for Averett.
Do not want to bet on him to miss.
Shot blocked by Songster, I believe. Big Mariba Diaby coming to the scorer's check. Coming to the scorer's table. Going to get Raymond Bullock.
Yeah, Bullock definitely needs a well-deserved rest right here as he's been battling in the paint all game.
Ball into Diaby. Diaby, one dribble, and Estes coming up with the rebound. And Bowman, pump fake, and he goes up high with it, but Isaiah Jones, and we mentioned earlier that he can jump out of the gym, and we weren't saying it for fun.
And Eddie, Isaiah Jones is a freshman too. He's going to be a staple here for the next 4 years.
Dentarius Bray picking up that foul. Interesting that he's in Maryville from LaGrange, Georgia. Went to LaGrange High School.
Eddie, looking on the game notes here, Maryville 8 seniors on the team. You rarely see that.
A very seasoned team, and that's why they have such a good record. These guys have the chemistry.
Myron shot off of the glass. Songster trying to save it, gets it into Estes. And check out the call here. We didn't see it.
I think it's going to be a shot clock reset there.
Number 22, Nick Clifton, checking in for Maryville.
For Bray. He's going to come in for Bray. Clifton, a freshman on this team. 28 on the shot clock, 8:41 on the game clock. Great hands from Isaiah Jones.
Jones lost it, and as he was thinking 2 steps ahead there about what he was going to do for the slam.
And I tell you what he was thinking about doing with that ball. He was thinking about jumping up and jamming it as hard as he possibly could. Isaiah Jones has every possibility to dunk that ball as hard as he can, and he's really hurt that he couldn't capitalize off the steal. But you saw Coach Dueno right there clapping his hands, cheering him on, saying, hey, that's good defense. Don't worry about it. Get him next time.
Songster to the hoop, back out to Estes. 3, hand in his face, no good, and they're going to call a foul on the ground. Isaiah Jones they're going to call. That is his first one. Inbounding under the basket is Estes. Gets it out. Driving the lane. Arcing shot off of the glass, off of the rim, and bounces in.
Dante Hoppa.
Monterey straight to the hoop. Darren Fox X. Like, just coast-to-coast speed is unbelievable.
Give me the ball and try and keep up with me as I go to the hoop. And the ball is actually, he was forced to pick it up and give an awkward shot, but it doesn't matter. He'll get it off and put it in. Ball to Hoppa. Hoppa taking an awkward shot. No good. Rebounded by Cochran. Over to Cash.
In and out.
Cash leaving a Hoppa.
Inside to Mo. Mo wasn't expecting the pass. He was thinking he was going to go up with this. Pretty sure we all was. Timeout called here, and we're going to take it with him.
(20-19), 1 point game. The Cougars still lead it. And Maryville has the ball. 7.5 to go in the first half. Great job to get the ball by Isaiah Jones. And that's a great find to find Bullock, and Bullock going with the reverse layup. Couldn't get it to fall. Songster waving his hands up in the air. He wants it.
Great hustle play there by Bullock, I think. Yep, Bullock. Definitely going after those 50-50 balls. As that ball is on the ground, it is his.
You don't see players willing to dive head first into the hardwood like that.
Especially big men. Songster pull up three off of the inbound play. Hand in his face, and he is pumped up as he gets the Scots the lead back. 22-20, 6:55 left here in the half.
And Songster getting his groove. He said he's going to shoot it no matter what. I don't care if you're going to give me space or not. Great screen set from Moriba Diaby there.
Back out in the corner, Isaiah Jones, three hand in his face, and he says, whatever you can do, I can do better.
And if the Cougars can match, if one of the Cougars can step up and match Songster shot for shot, then it's going to be a great game. That's really the
game as well.
Really the X factor is Songster shooting. Great shot there from Bowman.
Bryson coming in for the Cougars' next dead ball. Montre Cash, three, no contested. Pulled up a little short on it. They're going to call a foul on Bullock. I don't know if you would consider that over the back or just a common foul.
It's probably just going to be a foul. Too much contact.
Bryson and Best checking in for the Cougars. It's going to be Songster at the line here for the Scots. There's going to be another addition. Number 44, Noah Smith, the freshman from Conover, North Carolina, Newton Conover High School, checking in for Bullock. Songster at the line for the 1-and-1. and just bounces it off the right. Isaiah Jones outlets it to Ian Best. Best over to Contreras, looking to set up a half-court offensive play. Goes one way, back the other, drives the lane, tough layup, no good. Songster the rebound, looking to go coast to coast. Foul called as he was going up for the layup. Ian Best are going to call it on. And Songster back onto the line as he was just there 10 seconds ago. Oh, another one not falling for Songster. As you see, he's frustrated, but
Cochran and McAllister both back into the game. Gaines Perry in for Maryville, 6'5", 250 pounds. Gaines Perry is a very big man.
Emmanuel Garcia checking back in for the Scots.
25-23 the score. Both teams are in the bonus for the rest of this half. 5:30 left. Averett with 8 fouls compared to Maryville 7. Jones over to Best. Best going down low to Noah. Noah backing him down. Hook shot.
Smith doing
No
a good job
good.
of getting his back to the basket. Backing down Gaines Perry.
Down low to Gaines Perry. Gives him a little shake. No good. Going the other way is Averett. Over to McAllister. Back to Isaiah Jones. Over in the wing. Pump fake. Down low to Noah. No good. Deep pass to, oh, tough bucket there by number 20, Dante Hoppa. Good way to get in transition there.
Had Isaiah Jones trailing, and whenever Isaiah Jones is trailing, he's thinking block all the way.
And pin that on the backboard. Jones getting free off the great screen set by McAllister.
If Best could have caught that clean, he could have had a wide open three-pointer. Isaiah Jones takes his shot, no good off the front of the rim. And here we go the other way. 3-point from Maryville. No good. Rebounded by Cochran. Cougars trail by 4. TJ McAllister with it. He finds Cochran. Cochran.
Layup, and they're going to call a blocking foul on the shot. That will send Cochran to the line for 2. That would be on Gaines Perry. That would be his first foul. That would be a timeout called here. And we'll be back right here on the Averett Sports Network.
Four-point game in the Cougars trail. 3:58 to go in the first half. As you mentioned, both teams in the bonus. Harrison Cochran standing at the free throw line.
Cochran, a really good free throw shooter, too. Hits the first one.
And one of the more aggressive players on this basketball team.
Definitely someone you would not expect to be as aggressive. Taking it from, outside of the perimeter, driving inside as he hits 2. Brings it within to a 2-point game. 3:56 left in this half. Estes looking to get something going for his Scott's teammates. Setting up a play over to Hoppe.
Garcia for 3.
A little miscalculated. He's looking, saying that it was tip, but Garcia's shot is no good as
Picked up some air travel miles on that shot there from Garcia.
Double miles on every purchase.
Yes, sir. American Airlines. All right, 27-25. The Cougars trail by 2. Ball over to Best. Best to Cochran. Cochran couldn't keep a hold of the pass. Really kind of a pass that's still too far outside from Best, but probably a miscommunication on where Cochran was going to end up off the screen and different things like that. Those off-ball screens can get tricky. Cash and Contreras coming back in.
Songster over to S. Trying to drive the lane. Nice step back. Gets it over to Songster. Songster down low. They're going to call a foul on Diaby.
Very interesting foul, but hey.
That was send Gaines Perry to the line.
Andre Cash and Contreras coming in for Averett. The foul sends Trevor Gaines Perry to the line for the Scots.
Gaines Perry averaging 6 a game. 7 of 14 from the free throw line. 50% shooter. Misses there. Isaiah Jones to Montre. Looking to tie it, maybe put his Cougars ahead by a point here with a three-pointer if they can get a good look. Diaby setting a good screen. Lost his S, and Montre down low to Isaiah Jones.
What a pass and catch from Cash to Jones.
Off the glass. Ties the game now. 2:44 left. This crowd is getting into it now.
And the crowd knows that if the Cougars can win this one, that puts them at 4-4 in the conference. They would only have a 4-12 overall record. But Brent, we both know, you especially, as you are in sports and you were in football where those conference records come in tricky. Conference record is really the only thing that matters when it comes down to everything.
You're absolutely right. Diaby, the tough bucket there with the assist from Cash. And then as you were talking about, conference records are really the brasses. We're going to take a timeout real quick, and we'll be back with you here at the Grant Center.
Two-point game, and the Cougars lead it.
Eddie, that timeout, Lambert was not happy with his team, playing some sloppy basketball of late, especially after swinging the momentum that was clearly in Averett's favor, bringing this game back. And a reaching foul. Dorino not too happy with that. He's got to play hands-up defense. About threw his marker at the chair.
Coach Dorino, one of the more animated coaches.
Hey, this close of a game, every free throw counts. Songster hits a free throw as he's definitely been struggling from the line from this game, but looking to get back in rhythm as he is such a great shooter.
Well, if you're tuning in and you're an Averett fan, number 21 is the guy that you don't want to get in rhythm. However, if you are a fan of Maryville and you're tuning in from Maryville, number 21 is the guy that you love to see hit both of those free throws as he ties it up at 29 apiece.
Cochran driving the lane, right-handed tough, and another late foul call. But the foul was called regardless, and Cochran will go to the line. He's already 2 for 2 tonight, looking to make it a 4 for 4, maybe 3 for 4. Either way, free throws are a really, 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 really important, especially with a close game as it is, 29-29, a little under a minute.
And you're right, free throw practice is where these 1-point games come into effect. It's who spends the most time after practice with those free throws and who skips out on them. You know, coach tells you to shoot 50 free throws at the end of practice. Who shoots just 25 and leaves? Who shoots all 50? And it's going to show here. Diaby defending on the perimeter. Pull-up jumper, no good.
Estes, nice hustle play. Gets it over to Hoppe, 3, no good.
And I tell
Diaby
you what,
with the rebound.
the Cougar defense opted to let Hoppe take that shot because if not, Songster was going to be the one open for the 3.
And Averett 4 in the paint. They were not letting them get another offensive rebound. Montre turnaround in the post, no good. Falls down at Hoppe. Now looking to get it to Songster. Songster driving the lane, kicks it out to Estes. Sends him down low. Hoppe gets it down and loses the ball going up. Cash in transition now. 3-on-3 break. Cochran calling for the ball there. Isaiah Jones almost pulled up for 3. Back to Contreras. Driving it back out to Montre and calling a timeout is Dorino. And
30-second timeout. Almost double the time on the game clock as the shot clock. 16 on the shot clock. 35.7 on the game clock. 30-second timeout. Cougars with the ball. They lead by 2. Ball into Vinny Contreras. Over to Cash. Cash.
30 seconds left on the clock. Driving the lane is Contreras. Draws the foul. 27 and a half left. Averett up 31-29. And going to the line to further increase their lead. And
ideally, you want Vince Contreras to hit both of these.
Eddie's shot clock turned off, so pay attention for Maryville to slow it down and get the last shot here.
And really pay attention for them to get the ball to Estes. Estes is going to hold it. There's going to be an off-ball screen for Songster, and Songster's going to take that three-pointer, whether there's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 people on him, because he feel like he can make that shot. And he is the guy that you want to shoot the ball with this type of time left. 3-point game.
Best is going to come in for Contreras.
And like you said, Maryville taking their time. Gotta watch Songster. And you see Songster nodding his head like, yeah. 10 seconds left. Gotta get a hand on Songster. Down low to Gaines. No good. Rebounded by the Cougars.
Blocked.
Shot blocked.
Gaines Perry at the buzzer. No good. And we are going to take it to half, and we'll be right back here on the Averett Sports Network.
3-point lead for your Cougars. And welcome back. Just about 45 seconds before the second half starts, and your Cougars lead it 32-29. The Cougars been playing exceptional defense, and they've been getting after it on the glass. The Cougars with a total of 4 steals and 4 blocks, and then they have a total of 22 rebounds, 18 defensive rebounds. And the Cougars hit the free throw percentage very efficiently, 78, just about 79% in the first half on free throw percentage, and Maryville sitting at 62.5%. And I think that's really the game changer. The Cougars have hit 11 free throws, whereas Maryville has only hit 5.
And Eddie Caleb Estes leading the charge for the Scots with 10 points, and Timothy Henry leading with 8.
Does that mean that's number 10 with 10 points?
Number 10 for 10.
So another 20 minutes on the clock. And let's see if the Cougars can duplicate what they did in that first half. Also, I would just like to mention, since we're watching men's basketball here, where we play 20-minute halves, the Tennessee Volunteers put up 100 points the other night.
That was unbelievable.
And that is absolutely unacceptable. And whoever they were playing, their coach yelled at them, and they practiced defense. And Songster, corner 3, smother defense. He does not care. He's got 12 points total in the game right now.
Really animated after that 3. He's just tied the game here. Big momentum swing here. Henry down in the post and backs him down. The little jump hook is good. And Henry now with 10.
And Henry down in the post can make things happen. It's really become an offensive weapon. Last game had a career high. Let me check it so I don't get wrong.
And Caleb Estes there with the shot.
Yeah, Tim Henry had a career high 21 points and 5 rebounds against LaGrange on Sunday. And Isaiah Jones had a career high 25 points and 4 rebounds.
Cash looking to set a play. Gets it over to Contreras on the wing. Driving the lane. Runner is no good.
Like he wanted to try and draw the foul on the contact.
That's just going the other way. Behind the back. Driving the lane. Tough layup. Doesn't bounce his way. Defensive rebound. Both tied up, and the ball just ended up out of bounds. They're going to call it. Isaiah Jones was the last one to touch it. Correction, there was a foul called, maybe? According to the score table, shot no good by Hoppe. Cash on the other way, behind the back, gets it to Bullock. Bullock driving the lane, and then a foul.
And that's got to be the idea here, as the Cougars got Maryville in foul trouble. Got some of their key players in foul trouble in that first half, and the Cougars have to be looking to attack the basket and get some more of those big men in trouble.
And that is a term that we call whoever offense. Whoever's got the most foul trouble, just attack them, make them play great, solid, legal defense. And then if they get a foul call, they get free points out of it.
Absolutely.
Bullock hits the first one from the line. Gives the Cougars the lead by 1. The foul was called on Nick Clifton as Bullock clangs it off of the back of the rim for the second shot. Estes driving the lane. Gets it out to Songster. Songster, the late call, but it's going to be a charge. That's going to be Songster's. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And Coach Randy Lambert not happy about that. Immediately stood up. And admittedly, it was kind of a late call, but immediately stood up and was, how?
Contreras swings it over to Henry at the top of the key. Gets it to Cash. Set a screen. In the corner, Isaiah Jones, three-pointer. Just a tad short. Rebound by Clifton. Clifton down low to Hoppe. Looking to set up the offense. Estes, a little bit of room there by Henry. Nice stop. Back out to Hoppa. Hoppa for the three. No good. As honestly, I think he should have went up with that. All three Cougars in the air. Contreras going to be charged. Excuse me, he's going to be called on the charge.
And I'm with you on that last play. I thought Estes was going to go up with it with all three defenders. But nevertheless, the Cougars get hit with the charge right after Maryville was hit with the same call. So
here, Clifton gets it to Estes. Estes looking to feed it down low. Songster coming up low, gets it down low to Bowman. Bowman right to left. Left hand
shot
off the glass.
Good.
That's a tough miss right there. As that rolled around the rim, couldn't fall. Henry driving the lane down low to Bullock. Bullock off of the glass for two.
And Henry had his man on skates right there. Henry hit him with the jab step.
Songster doing his little impression, getting Contreras looking the other way. Songster dribble and a missed cut. Songster frustrated with himself. And that's going to be a costly turnover there.
And now
Cougars
the Cougars
up three now.
can extend this to a two-possession game with some smart offense right here.
Cash setting up his Cougars for the best play. Jones gets it to Contreras, screened by Henry. Over in the corner, Montre Cash, 4-3. No good, and a tie-up. And they're going to call it on Bowman.
And that is a
Bowman looking confused. He is frustrated. Songster keeping his attitude low.
and that is a very tough call because I think him and Tim Henry just had their arms hooked. I don't think it was either player, really on purpose trying to do anything, but the referee, it's always, what do they say, your football coaches say, it's always the second man to get caught.
Ooh, tough. They're going to call traveling on Vince Contreras and Eddie, as you were saying. It's just a tough call there. I mean, both are tied up, and then it's always going to be the second man that gets charged for it.
So happened to be the guy in direct eye view of the referee there. So he picked up his third foul. So he will come and take a
steal
seat.
by Montre Cash. Got a hand on it, recovers it, going coast to coast, and trying to draw a foul. No good, gets stripped away by Clifton. Down low to Hoppa. Perry gains. Tough bucket. Just a little bit too much. Offensive rebound. No good again. Tips it back out. Hoppa driving a lane.
Songster begging and pleading for the ball.
And
open on the three-point line. Songster was trying to do anything he could to get the ball.
Eddie, great offensive rebound in there by Maryville. Staying with it. We're going to take a quick break with you, and we'll be back right here in the Grant Center. And we are back here in the Grant Center. Maryville currently at the line. That is number 22, Nick Clifton, the freshman.
And Bowman checked back in.
Clifton looking to get on the board here. He didn't have any points in the first half, looking to break into the point total. First one, there you go. First free throw, first make for Maryville this half, I'm pretty sure. Second one from the line is good as well.
And that's actually their second bucket. I think Songster hit the three right after coming out of the break. Hit the corner three right here. Cash with the ball over to Cochran. Cochran comes off the screen. Turn around, finds Bullock. Bullock gets his shot blocked.
Good call there. Oh, that could have gone either way from up here.
And now it's a good way by the refs to not call a foul on a clean block. 1 point game, Cougars lead it.
Hey, these refs have been letting them go at it. These tough calls, they've just been letting them play it out. And Songster here looking to get going here as they need a bucket here to swing the momentum possibly. Estes looking to get the motion going. Songster wide open in the lane. Left-handed layup off the glass. That's a great take there by Songster. Songster known for his three, but he can say, hey, I can drive too.
And that's somebody who just knows where the net is. I mean, he wasn't even looking. He was worried about making a safe landing. He's able to finish with the left. Ball to Cochran. Cochran directing traffic. Takes the screen jumper. No good. Rebounded by Maryville and Hoppa. Here goes Estes the other way. He's got Songster on the line. He's going to turn around and get it out to Clifton, I believe that is. Shot no good. And here we go with Montre Cash. Cougars down by 1.
Cash looking to set up the offense, driving the lane. Left-handed layup is good. And a tie up here, making sure he's okay. The crowd getting behind their Cougars here as Estes swings it over to Clifton. Clifton to Songster. Songster down low to Hoppa. Hoppa pull up midi is good.
And that's the shot you practice with the chair in the gym. Come around the corner and pull up in front of the chair. And Hoppa able to get it to fall. 1 point game, Maryville out in front.
Playground workout, Eddie. Cochran. Off-ball screen by Diaby. A little quick tap. Cochran spin move, right-handed finish. Doesn't fall. Tie up for the ball. Jump ball called. As possession error goes Averett's way.
Big group substitutions for each team. Henry, Best, and McAllister. All three coming in for the Cougars. We got Garcia coming in, as well as Sanders and Griswold in for Maryville.
Tapped away there by Bowman. Down low to Hoppa. Drops it out of bounds. Turnover.
And so
That's Griswold.
big group substitutions by both teams, and first possession for those groups, both end in turnovers.
Eddie, you don't want that to happen as a coach, but it's the way the game goes.
The way the cookie crumbles. Tongue twisters and riddles.
Bullock looking to get it going. Gets it out to McAllister. McAllister up top to Cochran. Henry begging for the ball down low, trying to get going. Cochran hesitation. Bullock to McAllister in the corner. Back up to the wing. Shot clock at 4. 3. Henry. Short
That's
rebound
a great
by McAllister.
Great rebound by TJ McAllister.
Best a little hesitation on the layup. Didn't know quite exactly what he was going to do with it. And the tie-up here, they're going to call the timeout.
And they're going to
They
call
got the
Tim Henry.
timeout off. Great heads-up play there by Averett. And we're going to be back right after this timeout here on the Averett Sports Network. And we are back here. 12-29, 40-39 your score. Maryville with the lead. Averett inbounding underneath the basket here. Best gets it over to Cochran in the corner. Cochran looking to feed it to Henry down low. Over to McAllister. McAllister feeds it to Henry, going up for it as a receiver, and they're going to call a foul here on Bowman again. Bowman in foul trouble really early now.
Bowman has 4 of them, and
Bowman a starter, so you having one of your starters in foul trouble this early in the second half is going to haunt them, as he's got to be really careful whenever he gets back in the game, as Gaines Perry checks in for the Scots.
I mean, Bowman's somebody that averages 10 and 6 for Maryville. 37 offensive
Cochran
rebounds.
off of the screen. 3 is no good. Offensive rebound by Bullock over to Cochran. To McAllister now setting up another play. Bullock screen, great screen there. Looking to set up something. McAllister trying to make his own play. Great pass. Great find, and Henry just a little off. A little magic show going on.
TJ McAllister doing his best Tom Brady impression. That was an absolutely beautiful pass from McAllister.
Almost a Patrick Mahomes type throw. It's a little sidearm action. Driving the lane. Foul called early before the shot. And call a foul on Bullock, as that would be Bullock. That'll be his 3rd foul, and another timeout called here. We'll be right back here in the Grant Center.
And we are back. It is a 1-point ball game.
Been at a stalemate here for the past few minutes here. Great defense being played by both teams. And the smart timeout called by Maryville. Their options were there. Great defense.
A smart timeout, but not one that they wanted to take, as Averett was playing great defense. 1-point game. Maryville out in front. 11:36 left. And we are back once again. Averett played great defense on the inbound play. Maryville had to use a timeout.
Hopper looking to get something going. Over to Saunders. Saunders left-handed layup is good.
That's a tough bucket from Saunders.
Pushes the lead to 3 now. 11-18 left in the game. Averett needs to get something going here. Bullock looking to get down low to Henry. Playing 4-man out offense. Driving the lane. Tough bucket. A good no call right there. As Hoppen in transition gets it to number 23, Jordan Griswold. Great 2-on-1 offense right there by Maryville. Pushes the lead now to 5. And Contreras looking to get something going to Cash in the corner. little hesitation there on whether he would pull up from 3 or not. Over back to Contreras. Over in the corner, Henry passes up the mid-range. Montre Cash for 3. No good, and a little too much juice on the passes. Garcia goes running towards the attendants here.
And Cash attempted that three-pointer, an in-rhythm three-pointer from about 5 feet away from that three-point line.
There you go, Isaiah Jones looking to get something going. Oh, nice swing pass, but...
And the Cougars could have desperately used a bucket right there. Down by 5 points. They need to bring this back to a one-possession game.
Go Saunders. Gets it to Hoppa down low to Perry Gaines. Nice look there, and he converts. 46-39 the score. 10 minutes left in this game. Averett desperately needs a bucket here. A little boost of confidence. Isaiah Jones over to Contreras. Contreras driving the lane, left-handed layup, just a tad bit short. And going the other way at Saunders. Saunders coast to coast, blocked. But they're going to call a foul on Isaiah Jones. If I'm not mistaken, that is Isaiah Jones' 4th foul.
And the Cougars need to get it back up on offense, need to get their feet back up under them. They have been turning a couple of bad turnovers, and they have let Maryville get out to a 7-point lead.
Songster checking in the game for Maryville for number 23, Jordan Griswold.
And this ball is going to run through Songster.
Definitely watch Songster the next possession to get a look. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Now a 9-point ball game. Averett digging themselves deeper and deeper into a hole with all these misses as of late.
And so here we go. Cougars need a bucket right here.
Henry hesitation, driving, draws the foul on Perry Gaines. Not happy with that call. He thought he was playing pretty good defense, but that's why we are broadcasters and they are referees.
And they actually called it on Emmanuel Garcia, the senior, out of Puerto Rico.
Very rare you see somebody from Puerto Rico in basketball, especially American basketball.
Henry able to get a bucket and finally stop the run of Maryville. Went on an 8-0 run, did Maryville, out of that timeout break.
Bullock, offensive rebound, tapped out of bounds, and that's going to be Averett Cougar basketball. A lucky break there as Bullock was trying to get the offensive board. Songster taps it out of bounds, just trying to...
Exactly what the Cougars needed to happen right there. That's the best thing that could have happened for the Cougars if they can get points off of this turnover.
Contreras looking to inbound. Cochran moving to the corner, gets it to Henry. Henry to Cash. Cash coming off the screen by Henry into the corner to Bullock. Bullock driving the lane, back out to Cash. Trying to get some motion going. Pump fake down low to Bullock. Bullock needs to attack the smaller man here. Over in the corner, Contreras step in for the mid-range. No good. Tough rebound there by Perry Gaines, and a transition bucket there by Garcia. And transition offense, definitely a big factor in every game you play.
And so a 10-point lead now for Maryville. Cash finding the lane, creating his own lane. 12-point lead now. The Cougars desperately need a change.
Definitely need a momentum swing here. 8:28 left in the game. Dorino takes a timeout, and we'll take one with him.
And we are back. Coach Doino digging into his team, asking for heart, asking for effort as they have found themselves down by 12. The group in the game, Cash, Cochran, Bullock, Henry, and Contreras. And let's see if the pep talk can get into the Cougars. Cochran for three.
Good look there. Rebound by Estes. Maryville on the attack here, looking to further push their lead. Songster driving in, right-handed layup off the glass is good. That was a really good take there by Songster. You can't play any better defense. Cochran gets it to Cash. Cash back to Cochran. Over to Cash again, driving in. Down low to Bullock. Bullock, tough bucket, no good.
Even better rebound from Tim Henry.
Rebound and putback, no good.
Cougars just cannot take the lid off the rim.
Estes, no good. That was a really good look too. Cochran looking to call for the ball. Cash over to Bullock. Bullock, Cochran. Back
and
to
here's
Cash.
Maryville now in a 2-3 zone defense. Let's see if the Cougars can make something happen. They desperately need some offense.
Cash, mid-range shot, just rolls out. Averett is just not getting the luck of the roll, I guess.
Right, and these are good shots, just not falling in. Like Cash just hit the inside of the rim, just rattled out.
And a change definitely coming on here as they have McAllister and Best as that is Bray hitting the three. And Maryville establishing their dominance right now. 16-point lead, and Eddie, just 5 minutes ago, it was a 1-point ball game. Henry backing him down, post spin, good shot there. Yeah, if Avery's going to get back into the game, they need to step on the gas pedal right now and don't look back.
And that's something they desperately needed. Maybe that can be the spark they needed to get back into this game offensively. They have been stale for all of the past 5 minutes. And let's see what they can do. And let's not take any credit away from the defense of Maryville. They've stepped it up in the past 5 or so minutes. And Songster, let me take you for a dance.
That was an unbelievable shot. I can't even say anything about that. Left, right,
that is
crossover.
something you see from Kevin Durant.
That's unbelievable. Henry pulling up from three, extending his range. Rebound.
I mean, if you're Henry, you've been hot. You're open. Why not? And Best and TJ McAllister coming back in, looking for a guard change.
Change of speed as well as I would really want to know their 40 times. See who's faster. That's just a competitor.
Can this change get the Cougars back in it? Got some experience back on the court in McAllister and Best, a senior and junior guard. Songster open, crossing over, picking up his dribble, spinning. He does get fouled. Songster taking over this game.
As we talked about pregame, Songster's going to be the X factor for Maryville. If he gets going, there's not much you can do to stop him. I think he has his takeover badge going on, a little 2K reference.
Songster, 6'2", 185 out of Johnson City, Tennessee.
Eddie, Science Hill, a really good high school. Played against them in high school, as I'm from that area. And Science Hill, definitely a prep school you don't want to play.
So, Brent Hammer, if I'm right, actually, you played basketball in high school, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
And so, if you played basketball in high school, and you played against Science Hill, and that's where Songster's from, are you telling me that you're used to Songster giving you buckets? Did Songster give you buckets in high school? That KD-like dribble pull-up right there?
No, Songster was more of a facilitator at Science Hill, but nonetheless, he's a great player. I definitely remember his name, and seeing him succeed at Maryville is really good, especially coming from the area. 60-44 the score. 4:55 left. Songster misses. Ian Best in transition, coast to coast, slows it down, back to McAllister, to Cochran up top. trying to get something going. Stumbling is Maryville. Offensive rebound by Bullock, no good. Defensive board and back and forth battle going on. They're going to call a foul on Bullock. Estes, the tough rebound there amongst the trees.
This is rising sky high, and Isaiah Jones coming into the game.
Isaiah Jones, 4 fouls, and if I'm not wrong, it's 5 and you're out. And now Maryville in the bonus, which is not very helpful for Averett.
They have a 16-point lead right now.
Hey, this is not what Averett needed right now. The 1-and-1 is no good. Cochran in transition, trying to get something going to Henry on the wing, over to Best. Best dribbling towards McAllister. McAllister going low, over to Henry. Henry jab step, over to Best. Back to Best. Cochran deep 3. No good, and they're going to call a foul on Estes, and Estes, I think that's his 4th foul as well.
Well, the
Correction, 3rd foul.
Cougars definitely needed that foul to get some more time on the shot clock. That pass almost went wayward. Best with it up top. He finds Cochran. Cochran loses Songster. Tries to find Best, but McAllister there to save.
And a tough bucket and one. The little jelly action going on by McAllister. McAllister giving the Cougars a boost right now. And a timeout called.
14-point game. Can TJ McAllister bring us back here on the Averett Sports Network? (46-60). TJ McAllister coming in and saving a pass that almost ended up going out of bounds and then getting the layup down low. Free throw is good.
At a 13-point game now, and you and I both know 13 points in a basketball game, especially with this fast-paced game. Over to Hoppa slow, looking to slow it down to Songster. Songster back to Estes, trying to get the motion going. Screen by Bowman. Bowman rolling to the rim, had him there as Estes, but great blockage. Estes wide open for 3, just misses. Tough rebound by Timothy Henry.
And here we go. Let's get it.
Cochran, ooh, and missed Best, wide open to the cup. Henry just rolls out. Ian Best the board. Back out to McAllister. McAllister's telling his guys, hey, slow it down.
Calm down.
Let's not get way ahead of ourselves. Jones setting the screen down low to Best. Best with the reverse lay-in off the glass, pushing it to an 11-point game now. Songster takeoff right here over to Clifton. Back to Estes up top. Back to Clifton. Songster in the corner. Could have shot that if you really wanted to.
Somebody please get on Songster.
Definitely don't want to give him an open shot.
11-point game. Let's see what the Cougars
Estes
can
to
do.
the hoop. Oh, my. What a take by Estes against Isaiah Jones. McAllister left-handed off the glass, no good, tipped out. In transition is Hoppe. Cochran, foul called as he was going up for the lay-in. Now both teams in the bonus. Just to note, that is good at Averett good for Averett, as any foul gives them a chance to put points up on the board. And Eddie, points is what they need right now.
Desperately.
First one is good. Hoppe, the senior forward, 6'5", 185 from Naples, Florida. Goes 2 for 2 from the line.
64-49.
Screen by Best. McAllister thinking about pulling up for 3. Isaiah Jones down low, kicks it back out to Cochran. Cochran hesitation, driving the lane, blocked.
And I believe that was Clifton. Okay, you got a better look at it than I did. Clifton able to get his hands
Songster. Ooh. Songster was really trying to take that 3. Snatch back. Great ball movement here by Maryville. Slowing the game down. Taking Averett out of the game, basically.
Maryville strategy. Run it down to about 5 seconds. Then we'll run a play. And right at the 5-second mark is when Estes takes the screen.
Right, lay-in uncontested. And Eddie, 135. I think all the hope is dwindling here very fast.
Still has a chance.
In the corner, Ian Best, 3 short.
I remember
rebound by Clifton.
Tracy McGrady scored how many points in 13 seconds?
Man, Tracy McGrady was a different breed, though. Maryville looking at Hoppe. They're not going to call the foul, as Henry was definitely trying to get an intentional foul. Songster, no good. Double team coming. No good. Hoppe tipped away. Hoppe, great defense. 55 seconds left. Definitely trying to slow it down. Hoppe up top. Draining the clock out. 45 seconds left. Screen by Bowman. Hoppe left to right, left, and right-handed lay-in. And 68-49 is the score. Averett trailing big. Isaiah Jones transition, pump fake, and a nice little floater off the glass. 25 seconds now. Shot clock has been turned off. Look, double team, almost a triple team. Estes brings it across half court, and now they're just going to dribble it out here, Eddie. And Eddie, looking back now, that 5-minute run where Averett couldn't get a bucket to go their way.
Definitely hurt them. They could not take the lid off, and like you said, this game will end. 68-51. And it's got to be demoralizing. The Cougars played very well at the beginning of the game. Very well. This game was all but a 1-point game most of the game, but at the end, Maryville just pulled away. Like I said, had a 5-minute stretch. Nevertheless, the Cougars in action next against Covenant. They play tomorrow at 4 p.m. And then they are at Pfeiffer, at Methodist, at Greensboro, and they won't be back home until February 2nd against Piedmont. So we want to thank you for joining us, Brent. It's always great having you on broadcast with me like old times.
And it is great to be back. You know, going back to freshman year is it's always great to catch up with you. And thank you guys for having me.
Yes, sir. And we want to wish everybody a happy weekend, and thank you for joining us.